is there salvation even for the monstrous, right? Is because I feel like that's sort of what this is driving at. Um, I gave a paper based on this first chapter to a theology and religious studies department, and one of them asked, "So you're saying there'll be monsters in heaven?" To which I responded, "Well, I hope so," because um, because to do otherwise requires some rethinking of really foundational assumptions about how theology as a discipline works, right? Um, I guess, I guess my answer would be I would hope so, but I don't know.
Well, even if we take Milton, what he sets up there, right there, you have the ladder sequence when the ladder comes down, and the question is it reaching out for Lucifer to come back, or does it in some way serve as a kind of mockery because we know what he's going to do?
Mm-hmm.
And I tend to look at it more as the reaching out and saying, there is a way for you to come back. Now, that would mean that Satan is in heaven. And
Yeah, I
there's
mean, this is a super interesting theological question. Adam Kotsko has a brilliant book called The Prince of This World, um, on the political theology of neoliberalism, talking about how this was very hotly debated. This was enormously hotly debated. Um, and there was, for a very brief window in the history of theology, the possibility of a theory of atonement that would extend even into hell. Um, it comes up quite a lot in the writing of Anselm of Canterbury. This idea that atonement was not simply substitutionary, but was universal. And I think that's there's the next kind of project that I'm working on is about indirectly touches on the philosophy of hope. And to me, this is one of the very hopeful things about the Gothic and horror, which is that in the confrontation with monsters, there is a kind of redemption, right? It's a very costly one, and it's often a very ambiguous one. Think of the ending of Frankenstein with the creature basically mirroring Adam and Eve cast out at the end of Paradise Lost, wandering into darkness, wandering and lost in the ice. But there is possibility in that, right? There isn't a definitive kind of the curtain falls, but damnation is never final.